Welcome, everybody. And this is Doina Partanen, all the way from London in the UK. Doina is a hypnotherapist, a yoga teacher. She's also an energy healer and has a master in science. So it's great to have you along here today, Doina.
Hi, Ray. Thank you very much for having me here.
And Doina, we live in a very kind of international, global planet now. How do you find yourself in the UK? Where do you come from originally?
I'm originally from Romania, from Transylvania more specifically, and I find living in UK amazing, brilliant. I like the diversity of cultures. I like the lush nature. It's amazing.
You know, Dinah, I've known you for a while. I actually didn't know you were from Transylvania. Isn't Transylvania famous for Dracula?
Yes, it is, as a matter of fact. Yeah, and also for its stunning nature. And of course, it's a very spiritual place. It's infused with a lot of history, a lot of tradition.
Amazing. Now, do you know that Dracula was written by Bram Stokes, and Bram Stokes lives on the Malahide Road in Dublin, and my address was Malahide Road in Dublin. He was down the street from me in his big three-story house, which has a plaque outside it today. Bram Stokes lived here and wrote Dracula here. Wow.
Wow, that's really amazing. No, I had no idea.
I had
Yeah,
no idea you were from
no idea.
Transylvania. And Dinah, what inspired you to follow this path of healing? Tell us that story.
I think it all goes back to my very early childhood. One of my first memories was, in fact, a feeling, an inner state, a sort of knowing, a certainty that I could not quite put into words. And this vibrant certainty was related to our spiritual nature, our energy setting, our way of impacting others energetically. And I knew that this was something very private, very personal, because no one has talked to me about it. There were no books during those times about this, about meditation, about healing. So, yeah, at the same time, I was being born as an empath. I could feel the energy of the people around me. I could feel their emotions, their inner states. I could literally feel them in my body. And I felt a lot of compassion, almost an almost unbearable compassion for people, for animals. And yeah, these I would say these were the first two original things that set me up for later for following the path of healing. I also remember my grandmother asking me to place my hands over her aching shoulders or arms or upper back when they were aching. Yeah, she was working in the fields a lot, and she would tell me how her pain subsided afterwards while I was feeling tingling sensations in my hands I couldn't quite understand, but I thought they were natural. So I thought it was nothing special.
So, Dinah, you said around the age of 5, you had a very unique spiritual experience. And that would have been a very, I think, unique moment for a 5-year-old to experience something like that.
Yes,
Was
yes.
that like something that was scary to you? Was that something that was inspiring to you? Did you tell anybody about it? Do you look back on that and realize that that was the moment that the gate opened to like a whole new world for you? And do you still think and appreciate that experience, or do you kind of run from that experience?
So the experience I had when I was 5 was very intense and very profound and not at all scary, of course. While I was playing with peers, I was compelled out of the blue to find a quiet place, just to go away to a very quiet place where no one could disturb me. I saw no flashing light. I heard no loud voices, nothing like that. It was just like it was compelled to go somewhere in a quiet place. And once I was there, I was overwhelmed by this feeling of unconditional love, of peace, of it was a vibrant awareness, very peaceful, very relaxing. And it really felt, as you said, like it was opening doors, it was opening a portal to something great. And while I was in that state, I heard a sort of a question, or actually I felt the question of, who am I? And that question carried such powerful frequencies that I didn't even bother to answer it, but I just relaxed in those frequencies. I relaxed in that feeling of unconditional love, which felt like my spirit, like my soul that was stretching out of my body as well, that was everywhere. And I have no idea how long I was in that state, but it definitely impacted the way I acted later on, the way I used my energy and what I knew about our spiritual nature.
We've had many great interactions, Dinah, with people who talk about energy. We've had people in our workshops. I've attended workshops where I sat with people who talked about moving energy and the shifting of energy. And then there's laws around energy. And the laws of thermodynamics talk about energy in systems and the entropy of a system and the neg entropy of a system and the creation of a system and the destruction of a system. And I know that Einstein died on his bed trying to work out the mathematics between what he called interconnectedness, how energy on one side of the planet affects something energetically on the other side of the planet.
Yeah.
And then you come along now and you're sailing, on the wings of transferring energy and moving energy, because the body is energy. And if the body is depleted from energy, like any system in the universe, it suffers from entropy destruction. Where a system is fed energy, it experiences neg entropy, which is order and creation and longevity. So explain
Yes.
to us a little bit about energy healing and the shifting of energy.
So energy healing basically works by dissolving the so-called energy blocks that prevent our natural energy from flowing harmoniously through our body. And these energy blocks are the result of unprocessed emotions or trauma or obsessive thoughts we hold on to. So basically, energy healing is bringing the energy of our body to harmonious flow. We know that health can be defined energetically based on two aspects. Yeah, how much energy flows through our body, so the quantity of the energy, so it has to be the right amount, and the quality of this energy. Yeah, are we angry? Are we depressed? Then the quality of this energy is low. There's a lower vibrational frequency. Or are we peaceful? Are we loving? Are we filled with gratitude? Case in which the quality of our energy is higher. So we have the higher vibrational frequency. So this is how it works. It basically dissolves energy blocks. It increases awareness as well. So it makes us more aware of what exactly caused those energy blocks. How did we develop those imbalances, those illnesses, those conditions? And last but not least, it connects us with a source within, with our innermost essence. That is, in fact, a slice of the quantum field, a slice of divinity. So I would say these are the three main points, three main aspects of how energy healing works.
That is so intriguing. What is a slice of the quantum field? Oh my God, you got my attention there. What's that?
It means that quantum field or divinity or God or whatever name you choose for it is in fact everywhere. Yeah, it's not just somewhere up above. It's not just somewhere in an unreachable place where only few people have access to. It's everywhere. The problem is we are not consciously connected with this slice of divinity within us, with the quantum field within us. It's a process that we forget. I believe we are born very connected. We are born knowing on some level that we are the essence of divinities, that the divinity is in us as well. But we forget, with age, we forget.
Dinah, we like to make sure that we offer our great guests and students and clients and so on something unusual. I like the prospect of being different. And I know that you, as an energy healer, offer something different. And I like what you're saying here. This is really, really good stuff. I like this. There's lots of energy healers out there, lots of them. The world is packed with them. But this is unique. I like this. Tell me a little bit about what makes you different to other energy healers out there.
So, Ray, you're absolutely right. Every single healer brings to the world his or her unique flavor, unique ways of healing people, of raising awareness. And from that point of view, all the methods will lead to the same result of a more harmonious energy flow, increased awareness, connection to the quantum field. Having said that, I found that a lot of my clients responded very well to the combination of energy healing and hypnotherapy. And this is how the session Energy Vortex Hypnohealing was created, where I'm combining hypnotherapy with energy healing.
And that's a unique combination, right?
Yes, I thought about it because some of my clients found it easier to relax when they were guided in the beginning of the session. They also enjoyed participating more actively to the session by using their own imagination, their own mind. They found that they could focus on specific issues. So we worked on targets like removing anxiety or healing insomnia or healing the inner child, removing addictions, and so on. And that's how this segment developed. And this segment is supported energetically. So while I use it, while I use guidance, imagery work, hypnotherapy, I'm always supporting my clients energetically. So I'm able at the same time to work on their energy field, to help them energetically dissolve those blocks that prevent them from experiencing vibrant health.
So, Dinah, when a client comes to you and they do it via Zoom, say, and they're from like another country, Transylvania, wherever they're from, US, Australia, and so on, what is the typical condition that you feel that you give the greatest impact to somebody coming your way?
It could be any conditions, absolutely any conditions. I saw a lot of improvement in cases of anxiety, in cases of depression, allergies, even cancer. But it's basically everything, all conditions, because it's about removing or dissolving energy blocks. And that's what we are working on. How we name the condition is not as important as removing those blocks.
Yeah, fully understand. If people could just understand that it's not about why should I go and see this person because they don't deal in my condition, which is kind of the uniqueness of therapists and medical people and so on, because they're unique. That's why we have specialists. One person
Mhm.
will look at one part of your body, one will look at the other. But then when you have the natural nature of a human body, which is the movement of energy, it doesn't matter what the condition is, it's all in energy blocks and you shift that energy. So if I'm coming to you with a condition, let's say mine was depression, for example, which is very big today, and anxiety, which is massive today.
Yeah.
How long am I with you?
It all depends on how long you've had the condition. It depends on your readiness, openness, yeah, to the healing energy. So how receptive you are, how open you are. And it also depends on your life path. Yeah. It depends on your life path. I always recommend 3 initial sessions, not far apart from one another, And after these 3 sessions, one can think of the next steps, how often, how seldom to continue with the sessions.
And your ability to shift energy. When I come to you, if it was me and I come to you for my 3 sessions,
Yeah.
what will I experience after my sessions, after my 3 sessions, if I suffer from anxiety and I've had it for, say, 10 years?
Okay. So one thing is sure. Yeah. Everyone will experience something and everyone will have benefits. You might experience a sense of calm, of peace, of realignment with who you are, a depth. Yeah. You might experience improved night sleep. You might experience a higher awareness about why you developed depression in the first place. You might experience healing of some conditions that were you didn't approach me for. So let's say you had I don't know, a little eczema and it miraculously healed. So anything is possible. Anything is possible. And one should stay open and receive the healing in whatever way it wants to be received.
Does your student or your client learn techniques that they can take home with them to do self-disciplinary ways at home?
Absolutely, absolutely. I'm always happy to share something that my clients can use between sessions, and I do that. So after when we discuss the next steps, I always have suggestions as to how they can support staying in these higher vibrational frequencies that they experienced during the session. And yeah, I'm happy to share tools, to share simple methods, again, uniquely designed for each client, because what works for one client might not work so well for a different client.
And I'm very grateful, Dinah, that you are offering our students, our Think and Grow education community, an opportunity to sit with you so that they can discover a little bit more about you, so that they can come along and determine, right, Dinah is not a fit for me, or Dinah is actually the person that I need to go to with this condition, so that they can really, really understand not only the power that you bring to them, but the importance of them making that decision. Are you the person that they need to be working with? And I'm very grateful that you bring your great resources here within Think and Grow. And for anybody who's sitting watching, just know this. In the whole Think and Grow community, we can choose anybody in the world to bring into our business to work with people like you. So we're very mindful that we bring in heart-centered, awesome, creative, inspiring, capable people to be able to work with you. So I'm glad, Dinah, that you're offering our students an opportunity to sit with you, to go through that process and so on and so forward. And I know that they can go to the link on your page, which sits on our hub, and engage with you and book that session and be able to talk and speak with you so that they can make that choice for themselves. And watching this, we live in the world, in the Think and Grow education community, of energy. It's what the whole platform, the whole business, our whole learning, my 30 years plus now of learning is all about. And when you learn and sit with somebody who can do what for you was the undoable, you try to solve your own issues and your problems. And just for a moment, you hand your body and your mind over to Dinah, to somebody like Dinah. And you say to Dinah, Dinah, just allow me to be the student and you be the master. That is when things for you shift and change, when you realize that you're not mastering your life. And sometimes we just have to take a back seat and allow someone to come in and just drive the bus. So go on your drive with Dinah and see then the power that you can really recapture again into your life, because you have the power. You are the power. You just need to give somebody the opportunity to give you your power back.
Thank you, Ray. That's well said. And it's my pleasure to anyone who wants to get in touch with me, to discuss, to talk to me. it's a pleasure, really. And it's a pleasure being on your hub and a part of the DGE, and to know you personally and to work with you. It's an absolute pleasure.